Hello, dear traders. How's everyone doing today? Thomas here, and we're going to have the next 30 minutes we're gonna spend in my company. How's your trading going on? What did you do on the weekend? So how's everything? I'm very excited to hear your comments, your thoughts, pretty much anything that relates to market or anything that you want to talk about. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this webinar, and also, basically this week, this is week number 3 of the current earnings season, which is going to be the last earnings season for 2023. So we have a few more earnings reports coming up this week, and a few more next week. So tech giants like Amazon and Amazon and Facebook will be posting their earnings results this week, which is quite a nice story, quite an interesting one. We can have a quick look at Amazon chart, and you can see that Amazon is trading. Okay, so forget that gap. So it's still kind of back to its previous highs, and here it is. Are you giving signals? That's a very good question. So I'm not going to give any signals as of now. I mean, FTT signals. I will be talking about markets, and I will talk about markets in general and some trading ideas. Yeah, I will definitely provide some. I wouldn't say like trading ideas, but they are going to be like food for thought. So some ideas. And well, so I started talking about Amazon. Yeah, so Amazon is here. We also have Meta, or Meta, it's the right way to say it. Basically, Meta is trading 3 times what it was trading last year. So last year, so in October, I think, yeah, that was that earnings report last year, after which Meta lost another 20 or 30% following that very negative earnings report. But then Facebook recovered, well, pretty much everything, all of its losses, and those who managed to buy it, to purchase it here at somewhere around 100, they are now enjoying 300% profits, which is like pretty good in my opinion, right? Sounds like a very nice thing. So, any questions? Any questions? I still don't see any questions. Just one comment from, yeah, Mr. Ritesh. So, yes, let's talk about my current open position. So position number 1, which I'm gonna talk about, is of course Bitcoin, right? So we have this is something I've been really talking about this for those who've been watching my webinars probably since the very beginning of September. I've been talking about this. I've been mentioning this while it was trading here. I mean, pretty much all odds were in favor of Bitcoin making another bullish run, which I think we are observing right now. There was such a channel, such a corridor, such a price range that could easily be spotted here when we switch to weekly time frame. Also, yeah, like we dropped, so there was this big bears market from late, well, basically, look, it's October, yeah, so it's 2 years back. So 2 years back, October, end of October 2021, probably beginning of November 2021, Bitcoin posted its biggest gains, and these biggest gains were somewhere around 70,000. That was the time when everyone sort of was saying that, okay, the next goal is 100,000. And I mean, it really, I remember myself back at that time. I was like, yeah, definitely looks so. So there was this nice breakout of the previous high, which was somewhere at 65,000, and then we managed to break above that previous high. And yeah, I mean, it was kind of like an open sky, right? Open road, green light, green street. Go towards 75, and then basically once 75,000 mark is taken, you can easily go towards 100,000. Now, Obviously, it didn't happen. I don't know what's the reason why. I thought it would happen. I was like among those expecting. I wasn't expecting that we would be able to break above 100,000 from the first attempt, because that was such a strong strategic level that it's just kind of like impossible to break it from the first assault, from the first try. So, anyways, Bitcoin dropped. The momentum got lost, and then we saw this bears market pretty much for almost 8 months, I think, right? So since late November, since middle of November 2021, and all the way towards the end of July, middle of July. Yeah, like almost 8 months or 9 months of straight downwards movement, except a little rise here from 35 to 47. Well, I mean, if you think that's plus 50%, which is also not a small number, but still, if you look at it from the eyes of a serious trader, like long-term investor, this is still a very minor corridor, minor price range. Eventually price dropped towards 20,000 and even under. And then, yeah, there was this moment of consolidation, and I think this pattern, which I call, and I think it's like also called quite a common name to call it a fortress, right? So we have this preceding long-term downtrend, and then for a few weeks or maybe for a few days, price stays in a very, very, very like ultra narrow range, and so it enters this area by this huge candlestick like here, and then it stays here in this range, and then boom, just jumps out of it, right? So this pattern is called fortress, like I said, and after that we saw this nice upwards trend. Then we saw this like basically go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, and then everyone was expecting that price will be able to break above this 31,000 and will go to 35. I was really hoping that it would happen already in summer. But then probably summer is not really, everyone's on vacation, right? So people are on vacation, investors are on vacation, and Bitcoin couldn't get enough of the momentum to really break above this 31,000 mark. Then we saw this drop towards 25,000, and that's pretty much when I said that, okay, so 25,000, it doesn't seem like price will be able to break below this, because look, there are so many support levels here, and then we have this role reversal pattern. So the previous lows, so they reversed and turned into well, basically now support levels, and then there was this previous support, and another factor is that is 25,000 is by itself, it's a very strong psychological level. So you basically had so many things for an up trade and so few against. So and overall, yeah, I mean, the chances of succeeding were probably, in my opinion, around 70 or 80%, which is pretty high, pretty high chances, right? So here, and so, and yeah, possibly price could break below, but I mean, eventually we went up. And I've been talking about these reasons for the last probably, yeah, since the middle of September. That's when I resumed my webinars after a break in August. And as you can see, yes, I'm holding these positions on this account, right? I'm also mentioning that I have multiple accounts, right? In this account, but in this account. So these positions I've been holding since September 14. So September 14, when I entered, everything looked like this. So let's go back to 1 day time frame. So 1 day time frame. So yeah, it was this. Yeah, so about right after this false breakdown, which attempted to break below the 25,000 level, and it did probably break by maybe $100, $200. But anyways, there was this previous support level right at 25,000, and we bounced off of this level, and 1, 2, 3 on the third day, I really understood that, okay, I need to open more positions on Bitcoin. So and then yeah, we saw this pump, like go up, down, wave. Now we are in this wave, and basically what Bitcoin needs now in order to push even higher. So we just need one thing, right? And this thing is called to break the previous resistance, which is here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times price touched on this level, touch these levels, 31.5 thousand. Yeah, I mean, it's doesn't seem like a very easy task. In fact, to be honest, I don't want to say that this is going to be an easy break for bulls, but I think overall we are looking at a breakout. Now, for those of you who are thinking that it's still late, I want to remind you about a very interesting concept that, well, first of all, we have Bitcoin, which is kind of like the market leader, and if it goes upwards, then usually other assets eventually catch up to this movement and they move upwards, right? So this is what happened with Ripple, right? Bam! On some positive news, it gains plus 80% in one day. So I also have positions in Ripple, so I opened them also on the 14th of September with this attempt, with the same idea in mind that it will follow Bitcoin's movement. But I would say, yeah, it's not late to keep opening other trades and to see to look for assets which haven't yet sort of jumped into this upwards movement and haven't really gotten this momentum going. So like Cardano, it's still trading very, very low compared even to its April highs. So it has a lot of upside potential. Bitcoin, well, probably Bitcoin Cash is one of those currencies that that have already gained enough of upwards momentum. It's probably one of those who are following Bitcoin closely because it's probably called Bitcoin Cash. That's why many investors think that it's the same Bitcoin, but just like another version of it, which is only partially true because Bitcoin Cash is a totally different story. So we also have, well, Ethereum. Ethereum obviously will be catching up. It has a lot of difference, right? Bitcoin was trading here around 31,000, and now it's trading at around 31,000. Ethereum in July the price was 2,000. Now it's still 16,000, 1,600. So upside potential, and there is a lot of it. So Litecoin, obviously, once it breaks above this previous resistance level, boom, will go up. Matic already gaining a lot, and that's plus 20%. So maximum multiplier equals 10. So that means you could have already gained, ideally, of course, in theory, plus 200%. Polkadot, yeah, my favorite Ripple. Yes, I'm holding on to these positions. Stellar. I'm not sure about Stellar. I don't I don't really know much about this currency, this cryptocurrency. Haven't explored it that much, but I think it reminds me of yeah, it definitely does remind me of Ripple, because it just all of a sudden goes from, say, 0.1 up to 0.20. So kind of like the same. Isn't this it's the same date as Ripple, right? Oh yeah, okay. So they are connected, right? I should probably explore more about Stellar. I just don't know all of the assets because there are so many assets. Right. So let me answer a few questions from our chat. So question number 1: how long does withdrawal take on this platform? Well, it depends on the payment method, but usually all withdrawals happen within a few hours. Sometimes some delays might happen because sometimes a certain payout method or system might be a little bit overloaded with, well, pretty much with withdrawal requests, and sometimes some technical error might occur, but still that happens maybe that affects less than 1% of withdrawal of all withdrawal and deposit requests. Okay, let me just refresh the platform a little bit. Yeah, here it is, all refreshed. So given this fact, yeah, I would say that it usually takes around 2-3 hours max. Some payment methods work faster, some work slower. If you think about crypto payment methods, which vary from one country to another, we have now 3 USDTs, we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, we also have Shiba Inu, we have Doji, we have so many different, I think Solana and something else. So we have at least 15 different payment methods. Then we have electronic wallets, which also work pretty fast, and then probably cards sometimes take the longest, but they're also very reliable, and all transactions can be traced back in case something gets lost on the way, somewhere along the way. So question from Akpak. Hi Thomas, what's your view on recent Tesla big drop? Can we expect raising this week? Yeah, so what happened with Tesla is, well, pretty much there is a very simple explanation to what happened with Tesla, and the answer is earnings report. So Tesla presented their earnings report on Thursday, I think. Yeah, it was like on Wednesday after market close, and it was a disappointing earnings report. Usually Tesla posts, so in the past Tesla used to post positive reports most of the time, and now it's a negative one. It's a negative earnings report, and yeah, Tesla drops significantly, almost 10%, maybe even more, and yeah, eventually drops from 242 down to 211. So that's almost 15% loss in just 2 days of trading, and also, okay, let's say it's 3 days of trading. So will it happen next? Will it happen again? Well, it might. I'm not sure, but usually we also have this very strong support level of 200, so ahead of Tesla. So I think there will be a lot of support for Tesla stock somewhere here. Right, so since I don't see that many questions in our chat, let's talk a little bit about so economic calendar. So earnings season. You can go to, well, probably investing is usually your best destination for earnings and other macro statistics. I would say Monday is a relatively quiet day, so we don't really have too many earnings reports coming up. I think it's pretty quiet today. Next, Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday is a big day. We have Visa and Coca-Cola, probably two of the most important earnings reports, which are also available. So these companies are available for trading on our trading platform. Next, we have Meta on Wednesday after market close. So we are going to see the impact of it on the next day, which is on Thursday. So usually Thursdays are these biggest earnings days. So Boeing, yes. What about Boeing? Let's see. I think Boeing is really, I would say Boeing company is really undervalued. I mean, when I look at Boeing market capitalization, I'm thinking to myself, like, why does Boeing now cost a little bit over $108 million when Facebook costs 8 times that? Of course, obviously Facebook has, I don't even know how many clients they have. They have like probably a few billion clients, right? Because it's Facebook, it's WhatsApp, it's Instagram, and probably a few, like many different other services. So it's a huge tech giant. But still, I mean, like Boeing, one of the 2 major airline manufacturers in the world, and it only costs, its market capitalization is slightly above $100 billion, which is huge. But it's, I mean, when you compare it to Facebook and other tech giants, you're like, wow, it's like the real service company. So the real industrial company that produces a lot, ranging from airplanes to weapon systems to anything, and it's still it's trading relatively low, in my opinion. Now, what about Thursday? So Thursday we have Amazon, which used to be one of the, probably, it's not the most expensive company in the world. The most expensive one is Apple, obviously, and Saudi Aramco, but Amazon is also somewhere on place 2 or 3, I think, after Google probably. So Amazon, MasterCard, quite a few interesting reports coming up to be released on Thursday, some of them after market close. It means that we are going to see the impact of them on Friday. So what comes next? ExxonMobil on Friday before market open. So all earnings report on Friday, they usually are reported before market open, obviously, not to say postpone them to the weekend, which just doesn't make sense. So ExxonMobil, Chevron, so oil producing companies, they're all going to present their earnings reports on Friday. So what about our economic calendar? So let's have a quick look at the economic calendar. It is relatively empty this week, not as empty as it was as the previous week, as the last week. But still, Monday and Tuesday are 2 empty days, nothing going on, nothing important going on. Now, what I would definitely pay attention to on Wednesday is Bank of Canada interest rate decision, which is gonna impact USD CAD, so the US dollar against the Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen. So all currencies that have the Canadian dollar in them are going to be affected by this. Next, we have this speech by Fed Chairman Powell. We are not going to see a lot of impact, I think, because it's going to happen quite late in the day. And then, of course, Thursday is going to be a very busy day. We have a lot of stats coming up from Europe. So it's ECB, the European Central Bank interest rate decision. All eyes on this because that is going to tell us what's going on with the economy of the European Union and whether the strict fiscal policy is going to continue or it might be reversed in the near future. So that's quite an important thing. So next, GDP of the United States, right in 15 minutes. And in another 15 minutes, we are going to see the ECB press conference, and we are going to hear a lot of comments which will follow this interest rate decision that will be announced 30 minutes earlier. Friday, I would say it's going to be a relatively I think Friday will only be on Friday. We are only going to see volatility from earnings. So, guys, a few trading ideas that I want to share with you towards at the end of our meeting today, at the word of our. So, first of all, USD JPY. I've opened a few short positions on the USD JPY. So USD JPY level 150. I think we are on the verge of breaking above this level. At the same time, I usually follow this very simple basic rule that before the level is broken, you wanna pretty much consider it won't be broken, right? So we saw this drop from 150 towards 147.50, and I think we might repeat this move 2 weeks time. After that, we can repeat it. So that is why I just opened these positions. I added to my positions which I opened on Friday, I think. Yeah, maybe that was Thursday, right? So let's see. On the 19th, yeah, that was Thursday. I opened a few trades on Thursday, and now I opened a few more trades today because the level is still not broken, and I think we might see a nice drop from here. So Euro USD, another trading idea. I think it's going to be a very good one. So we managed to break above this, out of this downwards channel, out of this downwards corridor, and if we apply this trend line, I think we are going to see, yes, so breakout. I opened the trade after that breakout happened. I'm now in the profits, plus 80% to my investment, but I have no plans of, closing this position right now. I want to wait until price moves to at least 1.5 or 2 figures upwards. I'm pretty sure that Euro USD is capable of that. Pretty much, we have a lot of potential, and it can really happen. So how can I get AMC order? So when it comes to AMC order for Google, so when earnings report takes place after market close, it means that all of the volatility and all of action is going to take place the next day. So unfortunately, such orders are not available with our platforms, and I would say they're only available with very few brokers. So normally brokers, stockbrokers, they don't really provide this opportunity of after markets or before markets trading. I mean, it's somewhere you can, but most traders just don't do this because volatility there is usually too high, and the market, there is this expression, the market is empty. So the market is empty, nothing's going on, very low liquidity, and spreads are high, spreads are very big. So that is why most companies, they don't allow pre-market or post-market trade. So in these pre-market session and after-market session. So the only way is to basically trade on Friday. So if Google posts, or I know, Facebook, Google, yeah. So another possibility is to open trades before earnings report takes place. So you want to open them before, like while the trading session is open, and basically hoping that you will guess the direction right. Now, it's not an easy thing to do, and it involves a lot of randomness. It's just random, a little bit. It's usually random how stocks usually play out these earnings reports, but you can try. What is your view on fixed time trades? Well, I like fixed time trades. I think it's probably your best destination when you are in the beginning stages of your trading career, because that is the fastest way to grow your trading capital, because you can open a lot of trades, you can practice different strategies, multiple strategies. You don't need that much capital with your trades, and like I said, you can open trades like pretty much all the time, and you get results very quickly. Of course, risks are pretty high with FTT trades, but they're also high with Forex. Now, once you progress and once you sort of live through multiple, hundreds and thousands of different charts and different positions and different trades, you start coming to a conclusion that Forex mode is also a very positive mode, a very profitable one, if you have enough money in your banking account and your trading account. So if it's the case, then you can start trading Forex trades more, and this way you don't really aim for immediate gains, immediate returns on your trades, and you just you expect profits in long term. So Forex is a good way, but it takes longer. Fixed time is this quick solution to grow your capital, but also your risks. It also bears more risk, and I mean it's it's a very common thing in the world of finance, when you sort of always have this very moderate, conservative approach to risks. Then you have this moderate one, and then you have aggressive. When you invest in stocks, in options, in fixed time trades might be one of them, forex, etc. So at the same time, your capital can grow faster, obviously. So then that's what you have on your on scales. It's profit. It's always about fear and greed. It's always about profit and loss. It's also about greed and fear. So fear of losing money and the greed that you wanna get as much money from the market as you can. So let's have a quick look at Brent, which is gonna be our final asset for today. So while we are above 90, I suggest to act accordingly, right? So it means that we are uptrending, right? And 90 is a very nice support level, obviously. So, and right now you can see that we are currently in this upwards channel. So just like that. So we are going upwards. So classic, that's a very classic picture from just from the book, the Encyclopedia of Trading, or one of those classic technical analysis books. One of the most classic patterns, trading inside the corridor, inside the price range, and in this case it's an ascending price channel. So yeah, definitely I would definitely look upwards here. So it's really obvious. What is the best time frame for analyzing chart for forex trade? So with forex, you don't want to analyze charts with 1 minute time frame, because 1 minute you don't really see where prices are bound to move in the next hours or few. And another very important aspect of forex is that you want to maintain your risk to reward ratio of at least 3 to 1. So or 1 to 3. So you want to win. So imagine my stop loss in one trade equals $100. So then my take profit should be at least 3 times that. Because if I'm able to maintain that ratio, it usually means that I'm able to have profits. Okay, I won't really talk much about this. That's a separate topic. That's called money management, and that's called risk management. But in forex trades, you usually wanna risk a little bit and potentially win a lot. That's so. For example, here, if you're just like this, my stop loss equals 50%, my take profit equals 250. So maybe I'm being a little bit greedy here, but look, this it can drop. It can drop. Price can drop to 148 easily. It showed that previously, right? So maybe if I do it like this, so yeah, here is my take profit. So I'm not risking a lot here, so 50%. Well, I mean, it's kind of a lot, but you need to look at it in the big perspective, big picture, right? So big picture tells us that you don't want to enter a trade hoping to make the same amount as your stop loss is or less. You want to aim big. We are not doing scalping here, or at least I'm not doing scalp. I'm not trying to scalp the market. All right, so the best time frame for forex analyzing, it's probably at least 30 minutes, because you want to see the bigger picture. When it comes to FTT trades, you don't really need to know the bigger picture, because your trades, they are usually for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes maximum, probably sometimes around 45 seconds, 30 seconds, and maybe even less. So guys, thanks a lot for your attention. I think we are going to wrap it up here. I'm wishing you I want to wish you a wonderful trading week, wonderful trading results. Do your due diligence, enter your trades in your trading journal, love the market, live the market, and have a wonderful trading week. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.